This is Mike White with OMNI Career Search, video blog 104. Good morning, video bloggers. I'm Mike White, and we're here today to talk about an issue that is draping the landscape of America, sourcing labor. Whether you're going down the street in your local town or whether you're driving in another town or a major city, you're going to see any reader board, I would venture to guess that it's 80% or higher, help wanted. First question I have for you is, do you know who you're sourcing? Are you sourcing the millennials? Are you sourcing Generation X, the baby boomers? Are you sourcing third world country immigrants? Are you sourcing suburban millennials? What is it that you're sourcing? Today's topic is going to be on unskilled and skilled labor, actually. So we're gonna narrow down that sourcing labor to one specific sector. What is your thinking? What is your thought process on your sourcing? Are you in the 1980s where you're thinking you're going to do a classified ad in the newspaper? Are you in the 1990s where you're posting every job board? Are you even in the new millennium using all the job boards? Today's tools in the marketplace are all over the board. Obviously LinkedIn is more for professional, the Ladders is more for professional. All the major job boards have some inherent flaws in them. They do not filter who can respond to your ad, so it leaves you more time filtering through the resumes. What other tools in today's marketplace are successful for unskilled and basic labor? Craigslist is very efficient. You will do some mining through the resumes that come in. However, there is great response from the millennials as well as the third world country people that lack English speaking ability or are weak in that subject will still use a job board like a Craigslist. The other tools that you can use are obviously the monsters and the hot jobs, career builders, things of that nature. What do you do in lieu of tools? Because sometimes the tools will not be effective for you, and that's pretty much what I'm hearing from people for feedback. You have to think outside the box. So, for example, if you're looking for somebody locally, you may want to go to local laundromats and put up your position that you're hiring for. You want to let them know what it pays. That's a big trigger. Your number big and bold, maybe a tear sheet at the bottom. Something that they can do with today's technology. They can take a picture of it with their phone, so I wouldn't get too elaborate, but you definitely want to give them an idea where it is, how much it pays, and what the job is. Out and about, you're in the grocery market, and the kid who's bagging your bundle seems to have a good personality. He seems physically fit. The position's a little bit physically demanding. Ask them, give them your card, say, hey, I don't know if you have another job or if you're interested in another job, but you could also use that as a tool when you're out and about. High school guidance counselors, good time is obviously the spring for that, because they know the kids that are looking for work, maybe kids that are not moving on to college, or who are staying local at a community college. They could work with you throughout the school year. College dropouts are on that subject. You can look for the college dropouts through social media, Facebook or whatnot. You could initiate a nephew or a niece or your son or your daughter to kind of get an idea of who's not going to school, who's looking for a job, who's looking for a career. Unemployment offices is a good source as well too. They will go ahead and offer skill enhancement for certain people. They'll also possibly tie into some grant money that you could use to do some training. Unemployment offices are definitely a good source. There's usually one east, west, north, or south of you. Sometimes it's 2 or 3. Community centers. The third world country immigrants that come over that have basic English and basic education, they struggle to find a good paying job. They are somebody that you could go to. For example, they have a Portuguese community association typically in urban cities. They have a Haitian community center. Even some people from the Eastern Bloc have their own community centers. Much like it's been for generations, they will congregate there on their free time, and the people within those organizations usually assist them in finding jobs. Local churches, talk to pastors. A good pastor knows which parishioners are struggling and need work. Food pantries, the people who run food pantries know the people that are in need of a job. Next question I'll have for you is, do you have a referral program? And if you do have a referral program, have you looked at it through the eyes of your employee? Because that's important, because your employee is the one who's going to either utilize that or blow it off. Does it offer instant gratification? There was something I read years ago about the referral program of when the wind's blowing south and the train's traveling north, you will get a referral fee. What I mean by that is it complicated, or is it simple? And I always say keep it simple. The old KISS, keep it simple, stupid, is okay. Upon the first day of hire, someone you refer, you get $50, and after they complete that first week, you get another $100. That's instant gratification. It could be iTunes gift cards, it could be restaurant gift cards, whatever it may be. It needs to be something that they know they can get quick and easy. Are you flexible with your schedule is another thing. With the millennials, if you're sourcing millennials, flexibility of the schedule is key. There's a survey that came out a couple years ago that said the millennials actually appreciate flexibility more than compensation. So in other words, in layman's terms, they basically would rather have Fridays off to go snowboard during the winter than get a 50-cent raise. That's more important to them. So are you offering flexibility? Are you stuck in everybody needs to be here at 9 o'clock on the dot and work to 5 o'clock? If somebody has a hobby that they're passionate about, or somebody is looking to better themselves, are you offering that flexibility to that person so that they will stay longer with you and be more productive for you? So that's how to source labor from a low skilled to an unskilled standpoint. To summarize, there are 3 things that you need to think about. Who are you sourcing? Are you thinking outside the box? And 3, your internal referral program. Is it strong? Is it something that an employee will embrace to get something out of? Is it a win-win? Thanks. See you next week.